He puts it on himself, and the crew is here, and we are ready to dive deeply into this game. Rex, is it right to put this game on Mahomes?
Absolutely. I mean, for Patrick Mahomes, when you play at such a high level, for you to come up so small in that second half of the game, he looked like he lost his confidence in the game. And I know we're going to show some plays later, Dan is, but he just uncomfortable in the pocket. By the way, if this defensive lineman doesn't pick it, 91 does. So to me, it's like two guys could have intercepted that ball. He turned everything into street ball when he never had to. He's got to let it go. And
Mahomes' lack of confidence, it's just like that's a sentence that you don't really have. I mean, how is that possible?
It shouldn't happen.
You and I were looking at it, and I'm watching the whole time and go, dude, he's lost his confidence. And as a coach, you got to get back to running the football to bring it back a little bit, to not play, to let him get ahead of the stick some. He tried to make everything, I'm trying to get separation from my receivers. That's the mark of a guy that lost some confidence in that game. And again, I'm going to get killed on this. I don't care. It's based on 30 years of coaching, and I know what it looks like. I've had some quarterbacks lose confidence. All right, and I saw it right there. Trust me.
All right, let me get Ryan Clark in. We haven't heard from RC yet today. On the Mahomes of it all, because there was a moment in this game when they were up 21-3, and I think the whole world is thinking after that Buffalo game last week, oh, he's back. Mahomes is back. He's the best we've ever seen again. And from that moment forward, RC, what happened?
Well, the Cincinnati Bengals back end played exceptionally well. They got out of some of the zone coverages we were seeing early on in the game that Patrick was actually picking apart, right? We talked about the evolution of Patrick Mahomes. He was being patient, taking the checkdowns, taking the open guy. And in the second half, whether it was Mike Hilton, Chidobe Awuzie, whether it was Eli Apple on the outside, guys made plays. And also the way that they were rushing him was perfect. They had the spy on him, so it wouldn't let him use his legs to create first downs. And they also kept him within the pocket. I think the plan of the Cincinnati Bengals in the second half was absolutely perfect. And it also helps when you get a momentum-building play at the end of the first half. They kept points off the board when you have the Kansas City within the 5-yard line. That is huge. That team remembered going into halftime, oh, wait, we have come back from an 11-point deficit before against the Kansas City Chiefs, and we saw that the entire second half. The Cincinnati Bengals felt like they were the better team, felt like they were a defense that could stop Patrick Mahomes and the Kansas City Chiefs offense, and they held them to 3 points for the second consecutive game in the entire second half.
Yeah, I mean, the last play of the half, they held them scoreless for so much of that. And Teddy, you were on these defenses in your career that you did that to guys. Peyton Manning and others struggled so much against your defenses. How did they do it? If they took away Patrick Mahomes' confidence in this game, how does that seem possible?
It's almost they weren't afraid of Mahomes to go back there and improvise and let him run around, because we'll be covered strong in the back. What they did, it's a philosophy of, you sacrifice pass rush for pass route disruption, using Hubbard, using Hendrickson, reroute before your rush, reroute, spy, then rush late. Those type of game plan sort of things defensively is what you tell a defense where 3 guys that are rushing, you got to hustle and get there and do what you can to get there. We'll help you late, but in the back end, we got to take care of these weapons, and that's what they did.
Danny's got the tape. Show
I mean, simply put, the reason the Bengals win this football game is because the unit that we don't talk about, and it is their defense.
That's what they did.
They did the 3-man rush 3 times in the first half. Every time it was zone. Patrick killed it.
And where were they not? Where were they? They weren't behind the quarterback like they were in the first half.
And
they were here
did it
in control. Yes.
7 times in the second half. All of it was man.
So Rex, as one of the great defensive coaches in the history of the sport, those are adjustments. Those are in-game adjustments. It's not the plan they went in there they were going to change it. They changed that as the game was going on, and the Chiefs seems to have they have no counterpunch whatsoever.
No, absolutely. It's a call jet Mike mix, we used to call it. And what it does, it helps take away the inside. So yes, you're in man coverage, but you also have an inside low trap defender who can end up becoming your 4th rusher. And that's what they did over and over in this game. But the great thing is, you highlighted great on that tape. You can't go past the quarterback. What you do, you lay traps in your rush. And anytime you do that, especially in man coverage, you have one high chase defender. Everybody else has to stay low and keep their feet alive. And that's exactly what Cincinnati did. All credit goes to that defensive staff.
When have we seen the best Mahomes and all the highlight plays? It's when he can scramble around and he can do all those things.
Right.
Cincinnati wasn't afraid of that.
Yeah.
Go ahead and do that because our guys will hustle and get there and force turnovers and keep you in the pocket, and our back end will stay in coverage.
That's so important to point out, I think, because I'm sure a lot of fans are watching this game thinking he's got all day to throw, but that was by design on the defense.
Absolutely is, and what you're taking away his targets. Your two biggest guys, Hill and Kelsey, and you have two high
pack
safeties.
the middle, right, Rex? They take away the
Absolutely.
middle of the field.
And they're taking away that quick throw, and now he becomes a fourth rusher, a late contained guy.
Yeah.
They did a brilliant job of it.
Thanks for watching ESPN on YouTube. For live streaming sports and premium content, subscribe to ESPN+.